YouTuber formerly known as Master Boy CC60 and making a symbol the performer. Welcome to the channel. So today we got another reaction video. Hey, we reacting to another Soraya Brooks video. Shout outs to you. Hopefully you having a good year. But yeah, title of this video is Women and Family Units Are Destroyed Because of Social Media. Well, it is a big part of it, you know. I'm not even gonna argue with that because, you know, that's how it is, man. You know, everybody in society, you know what I'm saying, you know, relying on social media to get what they want, and then the delusions grow in their heads, especially, you know, with some modern women that are consumed by the Garden of Insanity. But we're gonna check out and see what she says here. We're gonna react to this together. So let's just get right into it.
Many modern women, it could be somebody's wife, girlfriend, or even mother, they seem not to have enough time to cook or to clean. But they will spend several hours on social media, and they would start early in the morning. Some of these ladies, they have an attitude towards their own men, but they know how to be nice, polite, respectful, and kind to men who are in their DMs, to co-workers at their job, and we don't even want to talk about their supervisors. All of a sudden, these women know how to behave. They know how to conduct themselves. They know not to raise their voices. They know not to talk back. But when it comes to their men at home, it's a whole different story. You see, there's another thing. A lot of these modern women nowadays, they get sick and tired of daily chores and they see them as a burden. But they will never be tired enough to go out with their girlfriends late at night. I thought you were tired. What happened? See, the problem is that these women, they put their energy into so many different things, which is all on social media platforms, and their delusional minds, that they don't have the time, the energy to do the things that really mean something to the family unit.
And that's saying a lot, you know. A lot of these modern women that consumed by the Garden of Insanity, when it's time to use their brain for better choices, they don't do it. But when they have all the brain power to make choices and do the things that they do, that's not really productive. It's counterproductive, you know. And they be making the wrong choices, you know, half of the time. Choices and what they want to do. Choices of, you know, as she was saying here, always going out in the club with their girlfriends and all that. And, you know, and doing whatever. Racking up body counts, what have you. It's crazy in the hood that, you know, women got all the energy and using their brain power for stuff that they don't really need to be involved in. And also, they also, you know, get into certain circumstances they shouldn't even be in at all. But yeah, let's ride out.
Which really creates a huge problem in our society nowadays, and it does not seem to get any better if you ask me. And if what I just said was just too much truth for you to take and you feel like you're being triggered, you really need to stay here and watch this video. But I already know if you have joined my community over here on YouTube that you're not going to feel triggered by anything that I say because you are on the side of truth and reality. We don't move in delusion over here. We speak the truth and we speak facts. And how can we back this up? With the dating market and the miserable women that we see on there who seem not to be able to find a man. And it's not because Shira7, aka the sprinkle lady, is telling them how to find a man who is wealthy so that man can treat them well. No, it's because nobody wants these women.
Again, making choices and using their brain power, you know, what these modern women do. They listen to women like Sprinkle, but don't listen to women like Soraya or Danica Marie or River TV. I don't understand that. And I spread awareness, you know, of these women here that women really need to listen to, you know, because they fighting a good fight. You know, it's just a way of, they always want the strength of having, well, I can do what I want because I'm a woman. That's all it boils down to. And they be making bad choices as they go around screaming that statement at the top of their lungs. It's pretty sad. Let's ride out.
But they are stuck in their delusion and they think that they are too good for the average working class man, but they don't know that the high value man doesn't want them. Why doesn't he want them? Simple. Too old, some kids, way too much attitude, most of the time not even fun. So stay tuned and stay with me while we are critiquing a woman who's in her 40s who seems to understand why so many women who are actually in their 40s are filing for divorce or even are divorced. You already know what I'm going to have to say about it, but I want to know what you think about it. Make sure you let me know in the comments section. I have said enough, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Let's get started. I love you all, by the way. Thank you so much for supporting me. Let's roll the clip.
Why are so many women in their 40s divorced or thinking about divorce? Imagine this. She's been running the household, managing the kids' schedules, excelling at her career, and still picking up her husband's slack. And now she's wondering, what's the point of this partnership if I'm doing it all by myself?
Sorry, ma'am. You just described a mother who's working, a wife who's supporting, basically a mother and a wife who's doing the things she's supposed to do. You know what the actual problem is with these women? They are on social media so much. They are on social media way too much. They got all these dudes in their DMs because now women, even who are in their 40s, who used to be overlooked, they are using filters. They are making their body look a certain way using filters. So now they got all these men in their DMs. And trust me when I tell you, it's those men in their DMs, all that toxic feminism that they are watching all day, every day, that is brainwashing these ladies. So of course, they think that a 9 to 5, now it's actually a career that they are, they're climbing the career ladder. No, boo, you're just having a paycheck. You're just doing what you're supposed to do. You don't get a cookie for that. And as far as your kid's schedule, when I was little, I didn't have a schedule. I went to school and I came home. As far as the husband's slack, why don't we define it a little bit? See, they never get into the details because they know that the man is doing what he's supposed to do. They know that they probably wouldn't have been able to get the house by themselves with their own little paycheck. They know that whatever the man's slack is all about is never going to contribute to them thinking that divorce is a reason to leave the marriage. Whenever these women would come up, the problem will always be in them. It's them who want to be in them digital streets. Now, they may not want to be in them streets as far as going to a club and everything, but they want to be on social media, just showing themselves out with their girlfriends, hot girl summer vacations, and all of these things that a man maybe may not even agree with. So what these women want to do, they want to live their second childhood, which is the reason they want to blame the man for their unhappiness.
High-achieving women hit a breaking point. They're exhausted. They've tried motivating their husbands. Can you please help me with the kids? Or can you take on more at home? But nothing changes. And resentment? Oh, it grows like wildfire. She starts thinking, I'm already the breadwinner. I'm already handling everything. What am I getting out of this marriage? And that realization is like a tidal wave crashing into everything she thought she wanted.
Let me tell you something. A woman who has this type of mindset, she gets a certain age, she has access to certain things, and now she realizes that it's not worth being with the man anymore that she has been with all of these years, built a life with, had children with. That woman does not love her man anymore. Now, why would I say that? You guys already know I've been with one man only for 24 years now. There were a time period in our lives, in our relationship, where I was the breadwinner. You think I looked at my man differently? You think I had less respect for him? You think I was looking at other couples thinking, oh man, look at her man, he makes 6 figures and I'm over here, gotta work 2 jobs and go to school at the same time? No, absolutely not, because I was still content in my situation, because the person that I was in love with, that I wanted to build a life with, it doesn't matter what situation they are in, I'm going to pick up the slack if I have to. And I'm going to help you to get back on your feet, of course, on top of all of that, instead of complaining to you about your situation, which is really not going to contribute to your man's happiness or contribute to my happiness.
Man, if more women would understand that, the better. See, men, there's a little coming time where a man, his nature is gonna kick in. So, like, it's not really the problem for, men not, stepping up and everything like that. Because there'll be times where we don't have a choice and our pride comes in. our pride comes in to the point where we want to improve ourselves. We want to make a better situation, for ourselves and for others that we might be with, which is the woman. But as for women, I can't say the same. It's all about them. It's all about what do they benefit from being with you and not building a solid bond and relationship with that man when it comes down to these modern women that are consumed by the garden of insanity. This is why men are opting out of relationships, dating, period, or they're going overseas and getting it. And we already talked about this before. So, for the gender that needs to look in the mirror way more, I think you already know the answer to that. Let's ride out.
If anything, that's just going to create more drama. That's why if you have a woman by your side who is not willing to stick by your side when you are down, maybe it is time for you to have a conversation with her. But when she hits you with BS like this, just know she cares about herself more than you or even the kids. See, here is the problem. Man, trust me, they don't want to talk to me. These women really don't want to talk to me because I would give them the realness. They will forget their name. They're married. They're on social media. They have a whole bunch of side dudes in their DMs. But yet they have to deal with the kids, with the household, with the man. And now the husband may want to request some booty from time to time, which they don't even feel like. These women think that they can do it all by themselves. They get a divorce. They sacrifice their children's happiness for their own happiness. And then they come to find out that things are not that easy going anymore because now they have to take care of the broken car or the car that has been broken down and take that to the tool shop themselves. Now they got to make several phone calls themselves. Now they got to find somebody who can do the garden work, who can fix things around the house themselves. So now everything becomes overwhelming. And they come to the realization like, damn, I didn't think it was going to be this hard. My money is short. The kids are overwhelming. They don't listen because kids, they suffer the consequences from mommy and daddy getting a divorce over mommy's bullshit. See, if these women get a divorce, at least take a reason or have a reason that will make everything worth it. Now, I don't want to get into the details now, but social media and finding your happiness is not good enough. It's not good enough. But here's another thing. They thought most of the time these women think that they can get with those men who were in their DMs. But guess what? They're not interested anymore because they don't want to pick up another man's slack. Besides that, a lot of women seem to forget that many men, most men, that these married women flirt with online, they're not going to take these women seriously because these men don't want to end up in that situation one time where the woman that they are now talking to is texting other dudes. But that is how close-minded a lot of women are because they don't think that far. All they know is how they feel in the moment, how that man is making them feel in the moment, giving them all of their flowers, their compliments, the kissy, the fire, the heart emojis that their husband can't give to them. Well, guess what? Routine kicks in if you're married after a few years. Routine kicks in. That's very, very normal. All that it takes for a woman to do her wife and mommy duties and a couple of dudes in her DMs for her to think about a divorce, then that was not your woman to begin with. Then that was the wrong woman that you have chosen to begin with. Then that was the person you maybe should have kind of tried to dodge a bullet to begin with. See, ladies, if you want to do something differently, if you even watched this video up until now, because I know I'm saying a lot of things that these women don't agree with, raise one or even two eyebrows with, if you do not try to find the root cause of your unhappiness, you're going to be even more miserable in the end. Take my advice. I know, luckily not from experience, and that will never happen because I know way too much. But it happened to people in my environment. Every woman who was so convinced of her being able to do things by herself because her man wasn't making her happy anymore, she was even more unhappier than while she was married. And that's a fact. So if you want to take my advice, if you're a woman and you feel overwhelmed with everything that's going on because you see other couples on social media just being on vacation, everything seems to be perfect, they're happy, they got all of these cars and the nice house and they're smiling all of the time and you feel as though that you're just miserable because you got to go to work, take care of the kids, and be good to your man, just know social media is faker than the $3 bill. You don't know what's going on behind the curtain. A lot of these content creators are depressed anyway. So instead of looking at what others have, appreciate what you have. Appreciate the simple things, which means so much. You will understand that once you lose these simple things. I promise you, try to do this. Try to practice gratitude. Gratitude for even opening your eyes early in the morning. But it takes a humble person, a grateful person, an appreciative person to be able to understand the meaning of gratitude, being grateful for the simple things. But since people are always reaching for more, and more because they just cannot get enough of everything, you have greed, you have envy, you have hate, self-hate on top of all of that. Now, how can a woman contribute to a functioning household when she feels self-hate? And gentlemen, if you're experiencing something like this woman was talking about, you have your partner talking to you as far as, we don't have this, we don't have that, I am unhappy, you don't make me happy anymore. First of all, you are not responsible for nobody's happiness. You're not supposed to make no one happy, you're not supposed to make nobody unhappy. But here's the thing about it, when your woman is talking to you as far as what she just said, then know there's either another man in that woman's life or some girlfriends in her ear. It's one or the other. It's not going to be you. It's not going to be her. It's what she has in here, really. So with that being said, do not think that you are the problem. If you're a good person, you're taking care of your duties, you don't have any alcohol problems, you're not abusive, you don't do drugs, you're taking care of your kids as well, actually you're doing your part as a partner, you are not going to be the issue most likely. As you can tell, there is so much to talk about when it comes to this topic. There are so many points that need to be broken down in order to get to the root cause. But I'm going to leave you all with what I just said in the video. And this was this week's Wednesday Wisdom. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Make sure you give this video a like. Make sure you share with your friends and your family, because you never know who you may be able to help with the videos that you are watching. Even if you are not in the situation that we just talked about, but maybe you can help somebody else. Even if you are just giving them one tiny idea that will make this person go home, and you will be able to actually help them to come to a conclusion because they felt stuck, you help somebody with that. I mean, why not help the other person, right? Sharing is caring, the last time I checked. So with that being said, everybody, thank you so much for watching today's video. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for staying loyal to my channel as always.
Hey, I ride for you. We ride, the hot sauce gang ride for you, Soraya. Shout outs to her. You said a mouthful. The problem lies with modern women want chaos and toxicity. And men that are doing the right thing shouldn't be part of this. And most importantly, get with somebody that's already happy within themselves, so you can enhance their happiness and she can enhance yours. You cannot make nobody else happy. You can only enhance it. And that being said, hey, let's have a discussion. Leave your like in this video. You know, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I do a variety of videos here. And I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.